Hello everybody. We are going to go ahead and get started on the last video notes for this whole unit, and it's the last one for radicals as well. So last time we did operations on radicals, so we did adding, subtracting, and multiplying, but now we're going to go ahead and do division. So division is our honors topic, okay? So you won't have to worry about this on the SOL or on the final, all that fun stuff. However, it's not like, I really don't think it's an obscene thing for you guys to have for general knowledge and as well. Because all this stuff like radicals is a big thing for next year in geometry. So we want to make sure we know radicals really well. So dividing radicals is also known as rationalizing the denominator. Okay? You don't really hear a whole lot of people say like, go and divide these radicals. They're going to tell you to rationalize the denominator. And it kind of means the same thing. So when we are talking about rationalizing the denominator, it means that we cannot have a radical in the denominator. So when you're dividing and you have a radical divided by a radical, your whole goal is to get rid of the radical in the denominator. So you don't want to have, it's okay if you have a number in the denominator, but you don't want to have a radical there. Okay? So that's our whole goal when we divide, is to basically get rid of that denominator of a radical. So 3 steps. 1, multiply the numerator and the denominator of that division quotient thing. There we go, quotient. By the radical that's in the denominator. Okay? When we divide it, both top and bottom, by the same thing, it doesn't change the meaning of the fraction, it just changes the numbers of the fraction. So it's okay that we do that. It's like multiplying stuff by 1. It doesn't change anything. But by multiplying stuff in the denominator, a radical times a radical, those radicals might be able to cancel each other out. Okay? 2, we're going to simplify the top and the bottom, just like we normally simplify radicals. And then 3 is simplify the fraction. So the numbers that are on the outside, whether they're already there or we were able to pull them out when we simplify the radicals, we need to simplify those outside numbers, just like normal fractions. So make sure our answer is in simplest form. Okay, so here's an example, and I made this really, like your notes are, I'm giving you one example, you're doing one try on your own, that's it. Okay, we'll do more we'll do more examples in class, but since it's not like a general topic, we don't need to spend super amount of time doing this, so your video is going to be kind of short. So here's our example. Simplify 4 times the square root of 12 over the square root of 15. So our very first step is to multiply both the top and the bottom by the square root of 15. So I'm going to multiply is basically a fraction, because if I simplify this fraction, it equals 1. So that's why I know I can do it. So I'm multiplying both top and the bottom. So just like what we did with multiplying radicals, we're going to multiply the stuff inside the radicals together first. Okay? So it comes out to be like this. So 4 square root of 12 times the 15, and then the square root of 15 times the 15 here. Okay? The 4 on the outside doesn't get touched because it's the only stuff we're dealing with is stuff inside the radical. Okay? Next, we're going to go ahead and actually multiply this so we get one single number under the radical. So it's 4 times square root of 180 times the square root, or over the square root of 225. So you can make your birthday cakes. I don't know if I have birthday cakes here. I think I skipped over the birthday cake. But to simplify this, just like any other thing, you're going to do your birthday cake. Okay, so figure out your prime factors for both 180 and 225. Because they're both square roots, you can look for doubles and pull them out. So when I think I was having trouble drawing my birthday cake, so I just wrote them out like this. So I wrote my prime factors here. Okay. For 180, I have double 2s and double 5s. On the bottom, I have double 5s and double 3s, so those are what I'm going to pull out. This lone 3 on the top is going to stay there. So we have 4 times the double 2 that I pulled out and the double 5 I pulled out, and then 3 stays under the radical. And on the bottom, I pull out the 5 and the 3, and there's nothing left under the radical, that's why I don't have one. So now I'm going to go ahead and simplify and just multiply these numbers together. And I get 40 on the top, square root of 3 over 15. Now, what I want you to notice here is that when we did the square root of 15 times square root of 15, we can do all this work, but really, when you multiply a radical by itself, it just cancels out the radical itself, leaving the number underneath. So that's a shortcut way on the bottom if you want to. It doesn't work on the top because you're not necessarily multiplying by the same thing. But if you have a radical times itself, it just gets rid of the radical. Okay, and you just keep the number. So that's a shortcut way you can try to use. And then we go ahead and simplify this fraction part. So 40 over 15, simplify that fraction. You get 8 over 3 for the fraction part. So it's 8 square root of 3 over 3. And that is my simplified form. Okay? That's when I rationalize the denominator. And I know I did it right because I don't have a radical in the denominator anymore, so I'm good. Okay? So now you guys are going to try it on your own. Okay? The only thing I'm going to say about this one is, yes, it's got a huge, like a number on the outside as well. You are more than welcome to multiply with the number on the outside. However, it's not necessary. You could just multiply by the radical on the bottom for both numerator and denominator, and that way the radical cancels out. Just don't forget about this. You can go ahead and simplify this fraction first if you want to as well, so you're dealing with smaller numbers. Okay? Give this one a try. We'll go over it next class, and we'll do general, like we'll do more practice with division, but we'll also kind of do a little bit more practice with operations as well, and we'll start doing a little bit of a review. And then not next class, but the following class is your quest for it. So we'll do a review and then full on quest. Okay? So if you have any questions, write them down. I'll be happy to answer them next class. Otherwise, that's all I got for you. Super quick video, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Bye.